Hello, welcome to my desk, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today I have a very nice little project. It's very easy, but it's just got so many possibilities. It's a little folio, basically. And you only need three papers, and you can use anything. You can use book pages, scrapbook paper, anything basically. Not too thin, of course, because it needs to be a little bit sturdy, but I'd say, you can use most papers. And as I said, only three pages. It's best if you have something rectangular. As you can see, a book page would be perfect, and you use it sideways. So if that bothers you, find something else. It doesn't have to be double-sided. We can work around that. I'll show you later. But apart from that, it's very easy. So the size, it doesn't really matter what size, as long as, of course, it fits the page or the journal you're working in. And it's very easy to determine what size it's going to be, because you're just going to fold one of your pages. See if I can get that straight. There, I think that's it. And that's basically going to be the size of your project. So if that's too small for your journal or for the thing you want to make, just find something a little bit bigger. Mine here are, I think it's 6 by 8. Yeah. This used to be 8 by 8 paper pad, but I just cut 2 off, so that fits me better. I haven't tried to make this from square pages. I think it's going to look a little bit funny, because it's going to be, if you can imagine, this one would be 2 inches longer. So can you see if I do this? So 2 inches more here. So it's going to be very long and very narrow. But maybe for a travel journal or something like that, if you have a very long and narrow, that would be fine too. Just experiment. That's what we're here for, isn't it? So yeah, first of all, you fold this one, and then you're going to fold these corners in. Like this. And like this. I'm all thumbs today, I apologize. Don't know why. There we go. Like this. Doesn't matter if it's not quite precise there. You won't be able to see that. So if you are working with quite thin papers, I would recommend that you keep this and just glue it down. I'll do this not because it's very thin, but just so you can see. Because this is going to be the inside pocket. So it needs a little bit of strength here. Like that. Then you take the next one. I think I'll do this one maybe. Or do I want this on the front? I actually did that wrong, but never mind. It doesn't have to be. I think I'll do it like this. So this is just going to be glued on here on these three sides. I'll put a little bit in the middle just to hold the tip in place as well. So let's do that. Just on these three sides. Can't even glue straight today. Not that I ever could, but it's worse today than it. Just a little bit up in the middle here. And then you're going to put this on. So it matches the page behind. Like that. And then you can fold it over. Actually, it's going to be folded this way. See, I almost confused myself there. Like that. So this is the inside of the folio. Sometimes if you use a little bit thicker paper, these ones will just peek out here. And of course, if that's a bother, then you just cut this off. I don't have a lot sticking out, so I'll just continue. I'll see how it ends up when we finish. This last one is going to be the front. So, and I forgot to mention, of course, if you want to ink, you do that before you glue, but you know that. Don't have to tell you that. The front is going to see. There's going to be a pocket here, so you decide how deep you want that. But bear in mind that it will go all the way around, so this one will be folded over. And this is where you decide whether you want it as, I can actually show you one that I have finished, whether you want it as a flip, so you glue this down, or whether you want it as sort of an envelope, and then you can put a tag in to use as closure, or you can simply glue a tab on here that goes in. If you can imagine like this, you glue that on here so it'll keep it closed. But this is where you decide, as I said, do you want to glue just this side, or do you want to keep it like this and, for example, put it in a pocket, or you can glue the whole thing on your page and make a pocket either here or here, so you only glue on 3 sides. I am going to what am I doing? I think I will make one a little bit shallower, about 1.5 inches. Where do we go? See, just there. Is that it? Just, yeah, doesn't have to be precise. You do the size you want to do. There we go. And then you're going to fold this over. They don't meet, they're not supposed to, so don't panic. There will be this little strip here. I'll just give it a little squeeze like that. So here you can decide whether you want to keep this white. You can use washi tape to put on here, and of course on the flap here. Just this little piece, because you're not gonna see all of it. So that's basically those 2 strips there. You can use a napkin like I did here. I decoupage with a napkin. Or, as I said, you can use washi tape. I'll just check if I have. If I have just the right colors. Which of course you never have, do you? But maybe. No, there are 2. I do have pink, I do have purple, but they are just too narrow. So napkin it is. Napkin it is. Like this one. I think that'll be okay, won't it? Yeah, that'll be good. Let's see how much I'm gonna struggle with this. I know there's a tape hack, but I'm always too lazy to get my tape out. So I'll just see if I can do it before I lose my mind. I can't. There we go. There we go. So because this is going to be a pocket, you will want to not just cover this small strip, you want to go a little bit deeper. So I'll do that. I want the nice big flowers here. Like that, yeah. That'll be good. Let's see. I should have some. Just use this so I don't get glue all over the table and where it's not supposed to go. There we go. I find glue stickers fine with napkins as long as you get it. You make sure you get it right to the edge. What did I want? I wanted these. Like that. There we go. I'll get rid of this one for now. And I'll just cut this off. Does not have to be perfect here at the bottom because we won't be able to see that. And just to make it easier to handle, I'll just cut this like this. There we go. There we go. That will be more than enough for the rest. And then just trim it off. It's not easy when there's glue everywhere. Let's make this a little bit nicer. Like that. And then this side. All good. Yep. I'll just get rid of this. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Yep, that's all right. And then this one. Again, you'll make it a little bit over the fold here because there is that little bit, that little edge here, as you can see. So we'll just take this and we'll take this. Let me just find a good one. somewhere like that. Stick this on. Like that. And again, just trim this off. I'll just use my ruler here. Glue. Get off. Can't get it. No, never mind. Trim this off. Napkins and glue, that's always fun, isn't it? Especially when you manage to get the glue all over yourself. There's a little bit here. And a little bit here. Yeah, that's it. Hold on. Just get this glued down a little bit better. Doesn't matter here. Let's get rid of all these so they don't stick to everything. Come on. There we go. Like that. And then we are just going to glue this here, these two sides, so you have a pocket here. And this side and this side, so we can make a pocket here. You can choose to make a pocket here if you want that, if you think that's better, but I'll make it at the top. No, actually I'll make it here because as you can see, if I make a notch here, there's just a piece of white here. So you would of course make sure it, if you wanted a background, that you get it all the way down there as well. I didn't think of that, didn't I? So I'm going to make the pocket here this time. And I better do that now while I remember what I'm doing. So glue the sides. I'll put a little bit on the bottom here as well. Not that it matters a lot, but just to give it some hold. And at the bottom, like that. Oops. And like that, just make sure it's straight. Yep. And then of course you're gonna glue this side. Like this. Stick that down. Oh, I didn't make notches, but I can do that now. Like that. And make one here as well. Like, is that the middle? It's the middle-ish. There we go. And as you can see, this, the background here covered the notch I made there. Excuse me. So if you want it at the top, just put some washi tape or napkin behind at the top as well. I think I will just slightly round the corners. Just a hint. Just to make it look finished. There we go. And that's it. That was easy, wasn't it? I really like that. So then you have a pocket here, second here, third here, fourth here. And then of course you close it. You can use a tag, or you can put a small tab on. I haven't got anything in the right color, but if you could imagine something like this, just bigger of course. Glue this on here so you have a little closure there. I'm not going to do that. I like the idea of the tag, keeping it all together. And then of course you can embellish. As I said, I made this one. Bit of lace, bit of ribbon, flowers. And I actually made a pocket here because on this one I cut the corners off, so I made it into a pocket on the back. So this means of course you can't glue it down. You can of course use it as a flip out, but I will just find a pocket to put this one in if I'm going to use this. And you can of course do that with this one as well. Find something. So let's see if I have something that goes with it. I don't think I have anything finished. I have much, but not exactly. Unless, could I use that one? I don't know. I don't know. No, not that one. Definitely not that one. You could use something like that, but that's a bit bulky. So as you can see, I haven't got anything that is just right. I mean, I could probably use this one because it coordinates a bit better with the colors inside. Should I do that? Yeah, I think I will. Just for the fun of it. Like this. And this is another easy one, just some lace with ribbon on top, with some trim on top, with a button in the middle. That's it. And these are really nice to make in advance. Just take what you have, little scraps of ribbon and lace. Or you can put some scrapbook paper behind, like I did here, to glue it on as well. There we go. Can I actually take maybe I got the other one here from the first one. I could use that one, or I could use the strips that I cut off and make a bottom pocket here, or I could make a side pocket. So as you see, there are so many possibilities with this one, and I think it's a brilliant project. I love it, and it's not my idea, so there you have it. I'll link it's 7 Plaza, I think what it was, that I learned this from, and I just had to make it right away. I'll link her video so you can see how she made it. Oops, I forgot to show you. This is a book page. As you can see, it's very big. Or rather 3 book pages, but that is huge. So there's so much space here. This is a top pocket. And here is the other big pocket, and I made a tab for closure. I'll save this because I can put stuff on when I find the right page to put it on, or the right pocket. It actually fits in my current journal, my personal journal, so if I've got room for it, you know me, I tend to make it too bulky. I'll use this myself, but until then I'll just keep it, and I'll keep this, and I'll keep this. I'm actually tempted to make this little side pocket here. I think I will. What's the best side to do it? If I want to, there's a pocket here. Probably better to do it on this side. So there we go. I'll cut this to size. Like this. There we go. That should fit. Well, not quite. I mean, it is me making it, so of course it doesn't fit. I need to take a little bit more off, but at least it's not too small. Let's just take a smidgen off here. I don't want it to be too big. Like this, I think. I think that's enough. Is it? It is. Nice. There we go. Just glue on 3 sides. So yeah, this is the one I took off, this one. So you can reuse all your little scraps on these as well. And you can, of course, also use the leftovers as tags if you want to. So there we have it. I'll just check if I can find a better tag to put in this pocket, because this one is a little bit too small. But I don't think I have. Nope, they're too big. Of course they are. Why not? Doesn't matter. I'll make that one that fits at some point. Until now, they will just be like that. That's it for me. That's all, folks. So, I hope you'll try these, because I absolutely love them. They are so versatile, and you can adjust and move around and do what you want to do with them. And there's so much space. You can even make a small pocket here, or at the side here, or a little tuck spot. Yeah. Oh, the ideas just keep coming. There we go. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you are going to make this. You really should, you know. I'll say goodbye for now, and I will see you next week. Bye.